Hello. We're going to be recording a TGS game here. Teen Girl Squad. It was played today. I think it was, well, today/yesterday. Now let me pause it first so we can talk about a few things. This was recorded January 15. My left eye is really fucked up, and I can see out of it still. It's not really affecting the vision of the eye, but it's like I have to close it every half second because of irritation and pain. I believe it is a corneal ulcer as a result of dry air and stuff like that. I don't actually know. It will be the first time I go to see a doctor in well over a decade, I'm pretty sure, and that'll be on Wednesday. But it's been pretty bad. I've been trying to mitigate it with artificial tears today and during the game, actually, but it has limited effectiveness. Incidentally, that includes right now while we're casting a game, so keep in mind it'll be even harder for me to keep attention to this. So our teams are Ricky Honejasi, Bill the Emu, High Zealot, and Thigh Lolly versus myself, Stig, Hex, and Q. So as far as teams are concerned, I would say, given my considerable handicap in this game, it's probably reasonably balanced by axe. Our team might have a bit of an advantage, but everybody ends up going meme builds because this is the revised version. You don't see as much people competing raw wave clear in this anymore. People are kind of like trying different things. So there has been a few games we played prior to this one, and I was going to cast those replays, but I don't think I have them anymore, and I may not have time to them. But I don't think it's really super relevant to cast those because this game pretty much goes through a lot of the stuff that went through in those last games anyways. Well, there is one game Ricky sent me, I believe, that I need to cast still, which is still probably pretty relevant for this version of the map because I don't think too much changes between that version and this version. So I might go back and cast that one if I really find the time to, because I wasn't in that game, so I don't know what it has in it. A couple of things to note. So, I don't remember what it was we did in this map in the first major version. I know we nerfed Infernals and did some changes to the defenses and stuff like that. Whether or not we did the item changes in that, I don't know. We're trying to make physical attackers more relevant. I feel like I have not casted a game with that in it. But I might have. That might have been the one I casted. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I think I might have. That might have been one like the High Zealot went physical in it. But I remember another one with High Zealot going physical, but I don't really remember. We won that one, but we lost the first one, I think, because I tried to do something different. Oh, because mana regeneration? I don't know. Mana regeneration is one of the things that's kind of fucked up right now. I think HK has said he just went and just doubled base mana regeneration as a quick band-aid. But tomes were kind of like your way of dealing with mana regeneration in before. You just spam them and eventually you would end up with a lot more intellect for a lot less gold income. Gold cost, rather, than items currently are. Where stacking percentages of regeneration is actually not seemingly as influential as just the raw intellect bonuses, plus maybe Brilliance Aura. So I'm actually going to close my eyes for a large portion of this cast, so hopefully it's not too hard to follow. But we're gonna get in the game in a second. There's a few things I want to talk about. Like I said before, when I'm coming into this from a balancing perspective, and I haven't come into this from any perspective. I haven't looked at this for a long time. HKS will ask me, but neither of us have really worked on this for a while. I've been busy, and HKS has been working at a cat factory, I think. And one of the things we've changed since the versions that I have not casted yet, I believe, is Windwalk. So the character that Thyloli is playing right now has a innate ability that's Windwalk, and I think it was 50% move speed, which is quite a lot. So that, I believe, I got nerfed. And I think the other versions of Windwalk might have also got nerfed, specifically the earlier levels of them. One of the other things I think HKS did was make the earlier levels of auras start off at a higher percentage than they did. They end at the same percentage, but they start off at a higher percentage. So they have a little bit more impact earlier on. In this game, I am going to try to use Incinerate, and it seems to be absolutely terrible in that it at level 2 is adding like 1 damage. You'll probably see me mention that in the chat, and I quickly get rid of that. So I don't know what the end levels of that look like at all. But it did not really help me with creep scoring. So before, when I come to this from a balancing perspective, I'm not really trying to be perfect with it because it's Warcraft 3 and you really can't. With the team setups, you really can't. And the way that this map is made, you're never really going to be perfect about balancing. It's more like trying to eradicate stuff that really feels oppressive. So I believe HKS may have gone into Bash and reduced the stun duration for Bash. Evasion is something we're not sure about yet, because evasion, it's one of those things. It's a lot like Bash. It can be very feast or famine, right? Like it's the nature of RNG is like, well, if I had my way, I would remove all elements of RNG from this. Critical strike, Bash, evasion, a chance to do X or Y, stuff like that. But I would, then we go into the original discussion of, well, what are you going to replace them with, right? So, I don't feel that RNG has any place in any game like this at all. Pretty much anything besides tabletop, I think, if it has RNG in it, there's a way to remove the RNG and put in something more interactive. So again, if I looked at this, I would remove the damage ranges. It would just be you do 40 damage, and that's it. And that's how I would do things. But of course, that's a lot of work to go in and change all this stuff. And like I mentioned before, there's a line you reach for what am I going to change, and what's actually worth the time and energy to do it. So really simple changes overall. But one of the things I want to talk about in this game is gold income. And I'm pretty sure I talked about that in the first one, where physical damage dealers have a really hard time getting gold income. And I decided in this game, I wanted to try some different stuff. I was going to level Critical Strike first, and I was going to take Incinerate. And I have to confirm something because I don't actually know if this is how it interacts. But I actually believe that Critical Strike is disabled by Incinerate. Maybe it's because I just was not focused in this game and my eyesight wasn't doing that well. But it just felt like once I took Incinerate, I really stopped seeing Critical Strike notices popping up. So it's something I want to know. Oh, so I'll pause again because I'm not going to really follow a lot in this, but Hyzella is going to go CC with Entangle. Thyloli is going to just take whatever the fuck. And then I think Avatar. Q, I feel like either did some research or was aware of a bug in this engine. And I struggle to call it an engine. That is extremely similar to the bug that's in StarCraft 2, because StarCraft 2 is the exact same engine as this game. They are both that 1997 3D engine that came from Blizzard North. And Blizzard South has just kind of tacked middleware onto it over the years. And one of those bugs has to deal with units, transports, and how units are handled in transports. And this... You'll see. It's fucked. If you remember that XXE with the Nidus Worms and the Invisible Goliaths and shit like that and the bikes, this is very similar to that. Stega is going to be the only person in our team that's going to go really offensive caster. And as a result, I'm sure that if we look at the scores, he's going to have the lion's share of the gold as a result. The creep scores are going to be really telling of a lot of stuff in this. I really want to pay attention to creep scores in this. Not that I think any of these players are really like struggling to min-max their creep score or anything like that. It's not like we're playing, you know, that ranked team in League of Legends or something, and we're trying to improve our skills or whatever. I have noticed the high zealot tries to sometimes last hit a little bit in the beginning of the game, and I will usually try to last hit a little bit. It's a little easier now since the ranged attacks for a lot of heroes are a little faster, and it's a little more responsive, but it's actually still really difficult to do it. So just because of how sluggish the game is in general. So, but what we're going to notice is that last hitting really sucks for physical. And I've mentioned this a few times. Gold income for physical is really hard. Now, both Ricky and I are going to go physical. But Ricky is not going to invest very heavily into physical damage. He's just going to go whatever. And see, Ricky takes cleaving attack first. So cleaving attack is one of those things that we pretty much never really see. And for some reason, I was always under the impression it only worked on the Pit Lord, and I don't know why I thought that. But gold income is going to be kind of weird. I wonder how much they pool to Ricky in this, because only HKS will pool to me in this game. HKS is going to go all auras pretty much. And there's going to be a bug with the auras too, which I don't understand. I thought for a long time about what I wanted to do, and I was thinking about what hero on Horde side is really good for a ranged critical build. And Sylvanas is kind of comes out on top because of the high strength, but you kind of do want more agility bias, I think. So, I don't know, like I just felt like I really wasn't doing much damage early on. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Yeah, their base stats are the same. They might have been homogenized by Mucky or such. So I will try to last hit in this, and I generally won't be that successful. I'm up against Bill, who is going to take a few offensive spells and a few support or defensive spells. But he starts with offensive spells, so that's automatically a lane I have no fucking chance in at all. So as far as gold income is concerned, we saw that Ricky got gold from Bill early on, but nobody else gave him money. So Ricky is going to almost die to minions here, as well as Stick. So Stick's racial is that fireball that has a little stun associated with it. That one is really, really powerful. Whereas HKS is... where the hell is it going? This is HKS's. It makes like a bunker kind of thing. That I don't know if that's a base damage or a hero damage. I think it's a base damage, but so I'm trying to get these guys killed by the tower. I was successful. I didn't get the last hit on Bill, which would have been really nice for the lumber and the gold, but it is experience and it kind of slows them down a little bit. So as long as I don't like die in that lane, even if I'm not really doing good with last hits, I will eventually outpace them on experience, which is important. Meanwhile, HKS is just... I don't know, though. I don't know what that was about. So, High Zealous, Furion has a Rejuvenate innate ability, which is quite nice, especially early on. It does choose some of your mana a little bit, but I think it might restore... No, it doesn't restore mana, but it's not very expensive. And since your base health is never really too high, it does restore a fair chunk of health. He is Stormbolting me, which is chewing his mana, but it's really Bill I've got to watch out for because I'm going to take more damage from that, as well as the Mortar team. So at this stage, I'm just trying to stay here in range to get experience. And if they want to dive me, then I can probably take one spell, but not two. So there's some money from Thigh Lolly. So the big issue that both Ricky and I are going to face is I'm doing most of the upgrades early on, and I can't get any items at all. I won't even have the movement speeds, teleportation staff. I may want to be one of the last players that gets that. because I'm spending money on upgrades. And I also won't be able to get magic resist, which most of the players in the enemy team have some kind of offensive spell. And a lot of them have CC or slow. So one of the other things I want to pay attention to is because sorceresses should not slow the players anymore. But I felt like they were slowing Stake. I was watching him in the lane. It looked like they were slowing him. But also maybe the serpent words. We can't see their command cards. So we can't see anything about that. So right now, Horde still have an upgrade that lets them get fortified on the towers. I don't think the humans upgrade does that. But theirs has different upgrade levels, I think. So, yeah. So at this stage, I have Incinerate. So I'd like to watch very close attention because I also have Critical Strike, and I have no idea if I can Critical Strike with Incinerate up. Critical Strike will pop reasonably often. Not amazingly often, but reasonably often. You can see that I do no damage to him at all. I'm fishing for crits, and it's doing literally no damage to him. Can you explain that? It looked like I was doing nothing. All right, that doesn't make any sense. Hold on here. Hold on here. There, that did some damage. But was that a minion? When I was attacking him from the ledge, he took the debuff, but he's not taking any. What? Dude, I'm doing no damage to him at all. It felt like I couldn't hurt him, and it's because I couldn't. I didn't notice that in the game. Like I said, I wasn't really paying attention. I'm not really sure about that, honestly. It's a good thing I unlearned that later on. He's trying to deny experience. What an asshole. It looked like I did damage to Bill there. But that might have just been a tower or something. It's okay. He denies. I'm gonna deny the tower. We're a real group of cocksuckers. Meanwhile, Ricky is French. Oh! Oh, he has yeah, he has an innate thing for attack speed. So Heizel's gonna go. HKS died. Heizel's gonna go back for Stormbolt 2, 3, and 4. So they're having a pretty solid laid down in the bottom. I can't really push them or threaten them or really anything. Apparently, I can't even do damage to them right now. That is fucked. There was definitely no crits going on either. Shit was fucked. Like that was just. I felt like I was doing a little amount of damage. So right now they're pulling HKS or Ricky quite hard. Only HKS will give me money in this, but I won't ask for money either. Because I didn't really want to do all the upgrades this time, and I kind of wanted to pool money to myself. Because, well, this lane wasn't going well, and when I looked at the other lanes, I could see that HKS was dying, and I didn't feel like they were doing too well either. So Heizel was already able just to switch to another lane. I did take the fortified upgrade for the turret just to slow this down a little bit. So I am doing some damage to Bill here, but just I don't know why. Why the fuck could I not do damage to High Zealot? I'm really just confused as hell, and I don't think I got that last hit either. I'm so confused by that. Absolutely fucking just bamboozled. So everybody came down the bottom lane just to shoot these towers. HKS turned into Ziggurat. The tower is shooting me. So basically right now I am absolutely useless because Critical Strike doesn't seem to work with Incinerate, and base attacks don't seem to work with Incinerate sometimes. Absolutely confusing as all hell. By the way, her innate thing makes an enemy turn into a creep, but there is like a 90% chance that that creep just attacks you and ignores everything else instead. So its effectiveness is very little. It also has a really long cooldown. So there's not really much parity. The stage, Bill does quite a bit of damage. I figured he had another nuke, but I actually don't know what else he has on him. So apparently he didn't have another nuke. Meanwhile, in top lane, I think Stake might be the only person on our team at the moment really being effective, but Q did get a kill in. Q, however, Q has a master plan. Q has a master plan. He's not going to have very much game presence for a while, because it takes him a little while to deploy his master plan. It takes him a little while to gain steam. But when this man train gains steam, there is no stopping it. This shit is just going to get out of control very, very fast after a point. But until that point, Q is kind of like a ghost. You just create wards. The wards have not really been touched in a really long time because they're still pretty reasonable. I think that they remain pretty reasonable even to today. So here I am trying to attack these footmen here, and the turrets just outdamaged me by such a huge amount. And I think I'm gonna die here, because at this stage this does so much damage. Okay, there was a critical strike. There was a 40 damage critical strike on a 47 base damage hero. At that stage, I just accepted my fate. I knew I wouldn't be able to get out fast enough anyways. I could have teleported out early on, but I wasn't sure how much damage it was going to do. So you can see Thigh Lolly's not buying items right now, but also not really giving Ricky too much gold either. So the gold income, if we take a quick look right here, the gold income is pretty goddamn bad. Bill has 10, High Zealot only has 3, and he usually does pretty well. I have 4, Stick has 12, HKS has 10, I think in part due to the Ziggurat, and the wards have given Q the lead at 22. So Q right now is doing quite good on CS just because of the wards, dealing a base of 62 damage. So at this stage, I was very confused about Critical Strike and Incinerate, and why Incinerate only does 1 base damage. I mean, it's supposed to stack, but you don't really stack much very fast with it. Also, HKS died again. I'm not sure how he died, but HKS has another expenditure in mind for his gold. Oh, no! High Zealot tried to kill Ricky, and Lolly tried to kill High Zealot, and just... Meanwhile, there's this fucking tower over there. So something that HK said he fucked up is that the towers the players spawn started with 3 upgrades when they shouldn't have. So... HKS, or rather, Ricky now takes Acid Bomb level 4. He already has a movement speed upgrade for his staff, so that came out quite fast. I'm still hoping that Incinerate would help a little bit. I thought, well, stacking damage would be nice for an auto attacker, and the splash might help you wave clear early. No, it's just bad. I'm not sure it was ever good. I mean, it always seemed like a bad ability to begin with, just because, well, it never really adds much damage to your attack, and 40 splash or whatever it does in the inner cone, I think, is just not that high. So mana burn's a lot better investment early on if you want to add just a little bit of extra base damage, because the squishier units like the Sorceress, Priest, Dragonhawk Riders, they generally want to be auto-attacking rather than footmen with defend or knights. They also have mana, so you can get a little bit of extra damage on them. Meanwhile, although Stick has Soul Burn, it's been nerfed, I think, a little bit. The movement speed may have been removed from it, and there is some lag happening, and that's kind of weird. He doesn't have quite much killing power right now. So there's Thai Loli's amazing resource investment, because he's basically getting no creep score at all. Q's going up. I'm going nowhere. I've got 6. I've got Critical Strike and Incinerate. You'd think just incidentally I would get some creep kills, given I've spent most of the game attacking creeps and ignoring players. No, not really. There's one. I think I'd rather see Incinerate do something like reduce armor, but that's not really how that ability works. It just, I don't know. Critical Strike. I've been leveling Critical Strike predominantly. I don't know what level it is right now. Maybe 4 or 5. And it's just not going off. Now, it could be just bad RNG, but I think not. I think not. I think it's just fucked. It has a pretty high chance of going off. Like, it goes up to like 50%, it says. So I finally get rid of Incinerate. Thigh Loli apparently took Soul Burn too. So right now we're not doing amazingly well, but HKS has got some peas. HKS has got some peasants. And we're getting pushed in the face pretty much everywhere here. I have no killing power at all. I believe I will take Divine Shields and Windwalk. There's the Windwalk damage. But High Zealot, I keep thinking that Entangle is a root and not a stun. And it completely guts me. It's really strong, especially when you have no magic resist. So I will get fucked by that every time it comes out, because I will not have magic resist. And I don't do any damage. So suddenly we start seeing some crits. 84, 90, 90. Wow. Where were those the rest of the game up to this point? It was like I didn't have Critical Strike, but I did. So, for some reason, I managed to Windwalk a lot before getting Soul Burned. Meanwhile, HKS died, and Ricky died. So, let's turn our attention to Q. So, Q has a Zeppelin. And a fun fact about Warcraft 3, and StarCraft 2 most certainly, is that when a unit enters a Zeppelin, it's basically just hidden in place. It doesn't go anywhere. Meanwhile, another interesting fact about Warcraft 3 is that the Blast Staff can fire off of images, because the Blast Staff is based, I believe, off of the Phoenix Fire ability, which is a passive ability. Now, what these two in combination mean is that so long as the images are inside of the Zeppelin, they apparently, I don't know if they decay, but oh, he as long as they're inside the Zeppelin, they will continue to exist in the place where he picked them up. So basically, Q becomes capable of planting invisible minefields of death that cannot be killed. And right now he has 1 blast staff with 3 summons. That makes 3 sets, 4 sets, I believe, with his actual body of invisible damage. We're getting a lot of hitches. It could be because I'm running like Unreal and the WoW model viewer in the background. So I hope they're not too destructive. So they're pulling Ricky not an amazing amount. Nobody in this game is making a crazy amount of money except for Q, who's making an okay amount of money, which is mostly coming off of the wards and then eventually the blast staffs. But creep camps do give coins right now. The problem is that a lot of the heroes need physical damage items to be relevant. I need physical damage items. Ricky needs physical damage items, and not High Zealot, Thigh Lolly if he wants to get like critical or anything. I don't know what he's really. I don't think he ever really knows what he's doing. But if that was something he wanted to do, he would probably want to get at least like magic resist or something anyways. It's harder for us to creep score because we don't have wave clear and the physical damage is not very good. So HKS mentioned something like dropping creep health but also reducing their damage or something like that, but I think that would not really work because AoE. Now, as you can see, there's just invisible damage here, which is going to heckle the emu. There is some heckling going on. Now, although they have spell damage like Shadow Strike and stuff like that, they really don't actually have wave clear. The main reason why they're pushing so hard into our base is because all of our lanes were very weak. Q is building a meme build that doesn't really start to take off until he has blast staffs and mirror image leveled up, as well as a Zeppelin nearby. HCAS is basically only as useful as whatever is nearby to receive his auras. And I am absolutely useless. So it's really just like stakes, incidental wave clear, and then eventually chain lightning that helps our lanes. Meanwhile, the enemy team just sort of pushed us out of lane and then pushed us in, and there's a little bit more pooling going on in their team for minion upgrades. I firmly believe that Q's cheese would be absolutely irrelevant at this point if Ricky's team had more wave clear and they had higher creep score, and that turned into more wave upgrades, because then it would be too hard for us to push lanes back. Right now, really only the Q cheese and steak are really doing anything for a wave clear. We will try to kill Ricky here. We will try to kill Ricky here. The Ricky chase is on. But Ricky gets crapped! So! So Thigh Lole starts taking Stormbolt. Everybody needs Stormbolt. So HKS will start racking up creep score as time goes on, because he's gonna start building towers. Actually, that's pretty much all he's really going to do, is build towers. So Hyzela takes Safeguard. That's... I think that's like Avatar, but it's a special skill, if I remember. I'm not really 100% sure. Thyloli also takes Shadow Strike level 1 and level 2. So at this stage, although they can push into our base, they can't really do damage to our waves inside of the base. They have really nothing for anti-structural damage. They don't have Shockwave or any of the ultimates. They don't have summons or anything like that, and none of them really deal physical damage. So what they've kind of sort of done at this point is made it easier for us to catch up. they have pushed into the stage where we can be much more comfortable sitting in our base than being in lane where we got pushed out of, and we can slowly catch up in gold. All the people who deal absolutely no damage to minions like HKS and myself will now have lots of opportunity to farm under the relative safety of closer waves plus towers and the defenders. And the enemy really won't be able to chase us or really capitalize on their CC unless we chase them. The main exception to this is going to be Q, who's going to fly around harassing waves, and eventually Stig when he takes mass teleport. But it's going to be kind of hard for them to... Q's damage is very static, so all people really have to do is just not go wherever he's put his shit. But they have to kind of pay attention to where he's been. Meanwhile, Thyloli will give us a helping hand, as he will very often suicide charge anybody nearby. This has given him at least 1 kill in the game, maybe two kills, but it will very often result in his death instead. That said, Q can't be everywhere at once. Once his shit pops out of the Zeppelin, his little invisible damage is gone, and fucking Steak can't be everywhere at once either, so things are not going amazingly well. They have free reign over the map. Now, normally this would equate to them getting money, but all the money on the map is basically already gone, except for the most major creep camps and stuff on our side. Some of the smaller creep camps have been cleared out, possibly by HKS, possibly by Thyloli, possibly by Stig. I haven't really been paying attention. But much like us, they're not really making money. Their creep score is not really going up. So even though they have free reign over the map, they can't really do anything with that except for kill the few creep camps that are there. So I guess you can still cast spells while entangled. You just can't auto attack while entangled. They didn't do anything. Oh shit! Oh shit! They're biting! 12 whole fucking damage, my man. That was epic. So, like I said, Thyloli helps a brother out. Meanwhile, I really did want Ricky, mostly because he's French. So I took Berserk, I took feedback. I was trying to get some damage in, really wanted to deal damage, but man, I don't even kill Footman very quickly. But I will start shredding the mana, Ricky underscore Honejasi. One of the most annoying things about this build, however, is Divine Shield will break your auto attack target. And you'll just start attacking whatever. And it can be kind of hard to notice that, especially when your vision is impaired. So we're chasing the Frenchman again. This is a familiar sight, but Soulburn isn't slow anymore and doesn't really do a heck of a lot of damage. And every time he enters range, Steak tries to cast a spell, but he immediately flips out of Fog of War again, which cancels the animation. So Ricky has a plan, however. Well, actually, I don't know if he had a plan. The Hydras just turned around and killed him. So at this stage, I was surprised they didn't have a thing. They thought I'm gonna run away. I could have left at this point, but I wanted to kill the Hydra because I had no health. But then I couldn't click on the item, so I was like, "Fuck! I want to get the item because it could be a blast staff." So I'm gonna kill the little Hydras that are regenerating very quickly because it's nighttime, and it's an ancient jungle of an endurance. And then I had Fairy Fire, and I just died. So at this stage, if you watch the creep score, it's going to become insane for Q. He's very rapidly leaving everybody else behind. Steak's starting to catch up a little bit because of his AoE. Meanwhile, in mid lane, HKS might die. The Emu died. Emu was feeling the thirst, but then he kind of started to get cold feet, but he couldn't plug his head in the ground fast enough. Meanwhile, Ricky is being pursued by a secret puppy. Oh! Oh! Steak kind of like fat fingers because he had no mana. Oh! Oof! Ricky gets sneezed on. Oh yeah, he also takes mass teleport. Oh! Oh! Oh shit, but Safeguard makes him spell immune. It's Avatar. Oh! 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 Oh. I think the images do... No, they don't. They just stopped attacking for some reason. Meanwhile, Ricky died. Is being a pest. They just kind of like just leave. They're like, eh, whatever. Meanwhile, Ricky like died on Steak. Steak I just kept poking him until Ricky died. Oh, 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 oh. So at this stage, I hadn't really fully realized what Q was doing, and I thought Q was gonna help me kill High Zealot, but Q was long gone. So yeah, he just rotated CC and I instantly died. Meanwhile, there's like pings everywhere. Oh yeah, I wanted a gem of True Sight because several of them had Windwalk. And every time I went to check this one, it was on cooldown. It was really, really weird. And really was annoying too. Because I'd come back and I'd have no money. Meanwhile, Steak comes over here to finish killing the minions. Thought I'd find some shekels. Now, if you look on the map, you'll notice... Wait, what? The towers are down to 1 upgrade now instead of 3. This has a reinforced barricade upgrade, but it's not fortified. Higgs has some bugs with his upgrades for sure. So they haven't been like pulling Ricky hard. I think that they are saving for some mana regeneration items. But again, they don't really have much in the way of wave clear right now. So we're still very much pushed into our base, but it's kind of letting us stall the game when we are definitely in what should be a pretty decisively losing position if they were having more wave clear. HKS like stuck his head out and was just instantly killed somewhere. Oh, in the middle. HKS basically hasn't been able to do hardly anything at all. I think he tried to take Thorns because it deals flat damage now and it might have helped with wave clear, but it apparently didn't help at all. Also, I'm still only critting for like 100 damage, which is really not that much when knights have 1100. And the heroes are generally averaging around 1,000 at this stage for the casters. And it's not really a lot. I knew that if I got entangled, I'd probably fuck. At this stage, I still hadn't fully realized what Q was doing because, again, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention. And, a lot of the times when he was nearby, he was just flailing around. Meanwhile, Ricky is French. Ricky does have a ring of superiority, which increases the strength, agility, and intelligence of the hero by 1. Meanwhile, Lolly got some gloves of haste. He's probably not aware that there's other items now. Or he just, more than likely, never had any money to do anything with it anyways. Now, the Safeguard and Avatar do make you immune to Blast Staff. As well as everything Snake does. It's just, well, Lolly has like no killing power. Ricky! Lolly, I think he just like had no mana and wasn't sure what to do. But he might get away. He got away. Meanwhile, in mid lane, these two are still here. They don't really do anything. Like, they can't really... They're just, like, slowly slapping stuff and dropping wards. The wards really aren't upgraded yet. Bill has to, like, burn Shadow Strike to kill minions. And so far, the Demolishers are outplaying now. So I do have movement speed now. I was able to Divine Shield that. I do have Mana Burn, which is probably what's dealing the most damage, but Divine Shield was nerfed, so it doesn't last as long anymore. Oh. Nope. Nope. Emus does have Mana Shield, but I think I'll still deal damage to him. Yeah. I think it was probably very low level. Meanwhile, Ricky is French. My level advantage on them is huge. Level 15, level 16, level 15 versus 12, 13, and 13. I think he just leveled. That's all from being pushed in our base, and then from the early level advantage I had early on that I just kept up, even though I really wasn't able to do a lot in lane. So we have just a little bit more lumber in stats. Not really that big of a deal at this point in the game, but it is worth mentioning. That's one of the byproducts of being stuffed in our base for so long. Stake is higher, I believe, because of his kills. But you'll notice Stake is pushing out more often now because of his summons and liberally burning his mana. So I think at this stage he might have mass teleport. So he took pendants. Oh yeah, I think that Hyzella killed me, or almost killed me. He like appeared on me and I might have escaped. Oh, that time I escaped. There was once or twice I died just because of Entangle and then Stormbolt. I just kind of like accepted my fate and died. Wasn't really much I could do. That's kind of the problem. Like with the physical damage, I probably should have taken engineering upgrade for base damage early on and the movement speed. I would have gotten at least one kill if I had done that. There was that time Emu was running away and I didn't have any movement to catch him. And if I got like one more hit on him, as well as the time that we were chasing Ricky too. The movement speed from engineering upgrade would have helped confirm some kills, but it's still not really that much damage. So that Lily took Starfall, which didn't really do too much. Neither of us do any damage at all. Once his cooldowns are up, then I'm just dead. And then... the wave dies to Q. But they're in top lane still. Oh, Bill died. They don't have any money. They never got any spell resist, so Stake is just killing them. Oh! And yeah, I think the two of them have mass teleport now. Meanwhile, Ricky has a peasant running all the way around the map. I think he repaired those towers. So we still have the problem that even though we get some kills in on them, there's not really much wave clear in our base. Stake, however, was able to get one of the higher rank items. It does help out with his mana a little bit. Not really a lot, I guess. But he is a lot beefier now with that item. The Lily getting some of that money that's unclaimed on the map. With Berserk, I have a little bit of killing threat now, but not really a lot because I don't have CC. But if I'm with Stake, then we suddenly have a lot of killing power. So our team is becoming very memey. Meanwhile, we have fucking Q. Q is mostly just using his shit to farm, and he ends up buying most of the upgrades from this point. I believe I'm saving right now for the spell resist thing, but it takes a really long time because I don't make any money. So I'm pretty sure the words cast slow. Eyes are really bothering me right now. Close my eye for a minute. Take on my glasses. Try to follow what's going on. So there is a little insignificant amount of pooling going on. Meanwhile, Bill died. So I blew, yeah. I blew Berserk and I just like instantly got CC'd and died. But Ricky died as well. And then a bear got entangled. Now, he's getting slowed. I thought it was due to Sork, but I believe it was actually the ward that slowed him. I will say it was the Sork, but it was the ward. I'll ask them if the wards have slow, and they'll say no. So that's why I was confused later on, but it is the wards. Again, I wasn't really too much paying attention, but it's a null issue, I think. Oh. Oh. Oh! Oh. Oh, oh, he sees it. Oh. Oh! CC'd forever. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, we ended up pushing them a little bit now that we actually got some creep upgrades. All that farm from Q is going to turn into creep upgrades, and I think what's going to happen is we're actually going to rapidly overtake them. High Zealot still has 6 creep kills. He has nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ricky, despite taking cleave, only has 32. Bill has more, mostly due to the wards, and I think High Zealots might be as a result of killing minions. Meanwhile, I've managed to beat Thigh Loli and Ricky. Also, High Zealot, or rather, Thigh Loli died. It's gonna be hard to keep track of.
Our forces are under attack.
It's gonna be hard to keep track of Q's shit, because it's just this little green dot moving around the map, and he can't see where his damage is. I'm very, very conflicted by that. I think it's really funny, but it's definitely really broken too. Oh shit, 15 gold. They desperately need money. Everybody's feeling the pinch. If I burn Berserk on waves, I can sometimes get a couple kills out of them. But as you can see, it's still not very good. I'm not really sure of a solution for that, to be honest. Because any major change would really fuck a lot of things, I think. It's kind of hard to really decide on. Because that's the problem with when that same resource is used for creep waves, right? Like, that's why I didn't have gold used for minions in Lowlands of Legend. Stake has nothing. And that doesn't hit. I thought that always hits. Their entire team is here and half of them are dead. Meanwhile, the dogs are just attacking people. There was some damage. I think at this stage I might ask about wars having slow. Where is Tasty Emu? There he is. Oh, dead. There we go. The Windwalk breaking it. No!
Our hero has fallen.
There was me checking for the gem again. I'm sure I was checking for the gem right there. Emus, emus, emus. Oh, and then he went in the trees. I couldn't click on him anymore. Meanwhile, Q, well, he does manage to kill the odd person and clear the waves. So it's not being very ballsy with Operation Death Squad yet. But he did sell his teleportation staff because, well, he has mass teleport now. So I started trying to creep. It was not nearly as effective as I was hoping. Not really that much damage. I believe I'll actually leave at least one of these turtles behind. Maybe both of them. Oh. Emu. Emu. Oh my god, Steak has a bear. Nice! It's a trap. Now you're gay. Oh, shit. Oh. Ricky. Oh. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, no. Oh, Ricky. Oh. Oh. Oh, oh. It gets more dangerous the more minions die, too. Oh, no, Ricky! Ah, Bill! Oh my god. Oh yeah, I think someone's gonna say words don't have no. I don't think his words are high enough level. I think it's something to get litter level on. Oh no, his are high enough level because they're hitting Steak with it. I'm like desperately trying to creep. Let's see how good my efforts are. I'm 47. Ricky's caught up to me. Oh. Stick just wiped his ass with Thiololi. HKS is up to 85 creep score. Is bested in Emu. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to watch Q because he's like mass teleporting all around the map, taking shit with him. Meanwhile, HKS is like slowly maxing out the auras. 11 gold from Thiololi. Thiololi really cashing it in on Ricky. Who is spending it on consumables, it looks like. Nubile Emu. That's a magic resist item. Bear. Oh. Oh, dogs. Oh, 22 gold. No, maybe this is the one that restores. 14 gold. At this stage, I was finally able to get the nubile emu myself. Meanwhile, Ricky died. Oh! Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god, Furion is enormous. Can he even click on steak in the middle of all that? Apparently. Steak is a little fat though. Oh my god! It's like blowing all of his mana trying to CC him. And then he ran out of mana. Oh no! And he finished him off. You know, Starfall didn't even really get him that many kills. Oh shit, Emu was holding out on Ricky. Probably trying to save or something. We were missing like the Kodo Raider upgrade. Both of those. For a really long time. So I think the other thing HKS did was make Siege Tank, since Spellbreaker is not spell immune anymore, but the spell resistant, if I remember. Indeed. HKS almost dies. Oh, HKS dies. The gem was still on cooldown all the time. They kept buying it every time I looked. Ah, the Zeppelin! No! Q scurries around. Completely lost and confused. But no one wants to try to finish him off. Meanwhile, I found a Frenchman.
Our hero has fallen.
He has another Zeppelin! Man, Q is like really methodical about this. He brings out his hero just so they think that he hasn't made a trap. Oh, but Hyzel's onto his shit. Hyzel Bill died to install that. Hyzel has to run away.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Man, I had no idea this game was this autistic. I was just like trying to make money and I couldn't.
Our allies' town is under siege.
I think Thought Lolly also felt the squeeze of no money and decided to get Infernal instead of Starfall. He also gives chase to HKS, who has an inventory full of towers. Some bears over here. Bears do more damage than I do. Really laggy. I think that's actually just Warcraft 3 though. It's not very consistent lag. I mean, it's very consistent in the sense that something's happening, but it's not like a constant lag. Didn't even need the trap for him. Bill came to the horrifying realization I finally had spell shield. Took a long time, but it finally happened. Hi, Zealot finally has a surgical mask. Took a while, but he's there now.
Our allied town is under siege.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the Autism Manifesto. God, Gul'dan is fat. This was about the time I realized how broken Q really was. Oh, 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 oh! High Zealot got the kill? What? How? Was that wasn't his Infernal, was it? Oh. Oh. Oh! So, thanks to people teleporting around and Ricky dying and High Zealot dying and Bill dying and people just dying a couple times and us pushing, now they're locked in their base. And this is what makes Q even more retarded. Before, it was just him camping our entrances and the Kinship clearing the waves. Now, there could be death traps literally anywhere on the map. You have no idea where they could be. And if he wanted to, he could just pop it in your base. The only way you can stop it is by killing the Zeppelin. Or maybe waiting for the images to time out. If they time out, I think they time out inside the Zeppelin. But that's not even necessary anymore at this stage because they don't really have any wave clear. Oh! Oh! Because, because they don't have any wave clear, they can't really push against us anyways. It's only a matter of time until the right people die on their team that their kill potential loses, namely High Zealot. If High Zealot dies, they're really in trouble because there's not really a lot of kill threat from Ricky. And Thigh Lolly just doesn't have the finesse to be a threat. Leaving Bill, which has kind of like a mixed build as opposed to something really dedicated to killing or wave clearing. Also, we are still lacking an armor upgrade. For all I know, we'll never get that even at the end of the game. Meanwhile, I can't auto attack. You can cast spells while entangled, but you can't attack while entangled. That just is weird. Right now, I'm actually saving for the axe. And once I get that, I'll become actually dangerous. But it is a 5k item. You can see my creep score still is not really doing that good. I'm just not really sure what I could have done to have gotten better creep score. I mean, I guess I should just take a wave clearing spell like Carrion Swarm, even though it's going to blow all my mana. It's not like I'm really using my mana for anything besides Windwalk. Even like a level 4, level 5 Carrion Swarm would probably be okay, but my skill set was full at this point. The only thing I could really take was an ultimate, and I ended up taking Mass Teleport at the end. And they're really expensive, so it's taking an ultimate just for wave clearing when you generally don't have the free lumber to do something like that is, yeah, here's a bug. So, for some reason, the movement speed from the Legion Doomhorn and the Auras makes minions lightning fast. And I think maybe the heroes too. So that, more than likely is a bug that's always been in TGS. I doubt it's anything HKS broke. I can't see why. They're so fucking fast. Oh, the bears! Oh my god, the bears are Oh, it's horrible. We finally killed him. I wanted the emus. Or Ricky. But they're too fast inside their base. Try to save HKS from himself. Get hooked on everything in the process. Be unable to kill Ricky. It was really a tragedy. HKS is just like running around like a tiny sliver of health. He died. He died to Shadow Strike. Q is just sitting here just waiting. Just waiting. He's not very ballsy about his placement. He really could be actively sticking them inside their base. Or really, really close to the edge here. Preferably just up the ledge before they run up. He's trying to be very patient about it. Will that patience pay off, I wonder? I mean, it'll get him wave clear for sure, but what you really want to do is assassinate Ricky. See, is too far away. This is so stupid. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, they really don't have a way to deal with this. Oh, oh. It's so stupid. And some bears.
Our forces are under attack.
Also, lol, Farsight actually has a use. This is a weird game. At least one person had Farsight, maybe two. And the wards deal 177 damage. Meanwhile, Thigh Lolly tanks the entire wave. He did escape, for now. Ricky is testing his luck. Luckily for him, HKS literally does nothing. Bill is trying to take down the walls. Oh. Oh, they're coming. They're coming. Oh. There's like shit just going on all over the place. Emus are getting tenderized. I think I might have been in the middle shooting High Zealot. Either that or else he's just taking damage from the wave. I'm not sure. I don't think I was stuck around. No, there I am. Emu has escaped. I wasn't too willing to get to Emu or High Zealot. I mean, I didn't really want to get close to Emu either, to be honest. I really wasn't at a stage where I could fight either of them. So still a creep camp. I was gonna clear up. But I still needed money. So much money. Once I got the axe, though, then I could really start creep scoring. I was the furthest behind in the entire game. Critical strike. And not very good. Not very good. I really just feel like maybe critical strike should be something that you should level up later on. I mean, that's kind of what I sort of would do, is I'd take like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 levels and then I'd level up engineering upgrade or arrows or whatever else if I was taking something like that. I did want to try a critical strike build early, knowing that it probably wouldn't work out, and it really doesn't. But also, look at my stat growth. Agility is my main stat, but it was the lowest. Intelligence ended up going way higher, and that's fucked. That's absolutely Ricky. That's why my base damage just never changed really throughout the game. This is because I got more int than anything. Oh. Take a seat over there. Steak died to Bill. Not before this barracks died, though.
Job done.
And Q is plotting. Oh, no. Oh yeah, I went AFK. Damn, Ricky didn't quite run close enough to trigger them. So, they started trying to build towers too. Oh. Nope. Mistake appeared just to get instantly CC'd. Oh my god. There are bears and wolves. What will High Zealot do now? He slept the bear. Oh, Snake's gonna die. Or is he? Oh, High Zealot is low on mana. Oh, no! He got back so much health. Was that just from Rejuvenate? I don't think so. Oh god. Oh. They almost killed him! Ricky barely manages to defeat the bears with the assistance of an entire army. Meanwhile, They're pulling Ricky hard, desperately trying to save themselves. I still don't have the axe yet. It's a long time coming. My creep score is horrible. But I want that emu. And I was like trying to hit my ult and I wasn't pushing the right button. I was so confused. I was just really out of it. I found the button. It was too late though, I was gonna die. Bill was unusually fat because he bought a bunch of health.
Our allies' town is under siege.
This guess is maybe gonna die to Ricky. Oh. Oh my god, the bears! He took reincarnate! HKS is running around with like 1 health. He had like 3 health and escapes. Oh! He was trying to be faster and more stealthy. He took rain of fire. Oh! My man is not paying attention! Oh! Oh! Oh my god. Steak! Meanwhile, in top lane. Oh, I finally managed to kill High Zealot. It took a really long time. Fucking Steak like bought everything in existence. There's just bears and abominations that don't receive any upgrades. And yet they still give quite a sum of money when they die. And they accomplished pretty much nothing. Oh, French. Oh god. Oh. Oh my god, this game is retarded. This is more than I could have ever imagined. So I think Spell Shield blocks feedback. Because I don't have any targeted spells, and Bill's Spell Shield just flipped right there. Oh my god. Here's a bra moment. Oh, I might die instantly here if I'm not careful.
Our allies' town is under siege.
HKS has been sitting with those honor tower scrolls in his inventory for a while. It begins! Oh god. This is it. This is Normandy. 1969. The French have landed. And what will those, Allah forgive me for uttering this word, Britons do? Oh, emus! Top lane is all but forgotten about. Now, I believe I killed some peasants at some point, or I will kill peasants. It's gonna be hard to catch it. Might be later on, though. Oh. Yes! High Zealot took Carrion Swarm. He realizes. Oh! Oh my god. High Zealot is unable to deal with the bears. There is a bird. There is a bird. Oh god. Ricky wasted 2 giant bears because they're high Taurus Coma! I did not see that chat. But yes, I finally got the axe. $85 damage. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh. Oh. The acolytes just chill out there. What? High Zealot is just running in place. This one spot here just to kill anyone who goes nearby it. Wow, Bill lives. There's this an ocean of random crap again. How Zelda's like, how do I make this right? Why are there so many bears? There's summons fairy dragons. Meanwhile, top lane is still somehow hanging on. I believe that the death of the peasants has already happened. I think I murdered them earlier in the game. Steak leaves and comes back with random shit. So, they attempt to rebuild. Hey, you son of this shit on top of their own barracks! Oh, Thigh Lolly, never change, my man. Never change. Oh, it finished anyways, despite his best efforts. There is a bird. Oh, Steak! Steak died. The workshop might die too. This is a ghoul attacking me! Ricky died! The horde got the kill! Oh, there's a peasant. Ricky is repairing. That's not the peasants I killed, though. I killed them when they had more buildings. Oh my god. Ricky dies. Give a Fire Lolly's trying anything. Get Chemical Rage. Do something. Bill tries to hold the line. I think that might have been my teleport and I canceled it. Okay. He's trying to kill their own shit. Thigh Lolly's putting in the A for effort.
Our allied town is under siege.
Bottom lane is just relatively untouched. Oh, he died. Immortal Phoenix. I've heard about that, but I don't remember it. Wasn't there? There was a time I took a bunch of tiny barracks out of their base too. That may come soon.
Our forces are under attack. Our allied town is under siege. Our allied town is under siege. Our forces are under attack.
Ricky is using Incern, right? I wish we could see how much damage it's doing. Oh. 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 Oh, denied.
Our allied town is under siege. Our allied town is under siege.
His Zeppelin died.
Our allied town is under siege. Forces are under attack.
Oh, I found Ricky. Oh.
Our hero has fallen. Our allied town is under siege.
There's one peasant there. I can't get over how he calls them peasants, by the way. Some good shit.
Our allied town is under siege.
Oh. 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 No. 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 Oh. He wanted it. Look, HGS is gonna die. Thought Lolly lives to fight another day.
Our allied town is under siege.
I don't even know where that was. I think it was over here. Oh my god.
Our allied town is under siege.
Oh, 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 oh!
Allied forces are under attack. Our allied town
Well, they managed to kill Steak. They're trying to repair shit. Their bottom lane is finally dying. I still cannot kill Bill. And man, he fat. Of course, I've only got the one damage item at the moment. I will eventually get another. Oh, oh, oh! Oh. 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 Uh-oh. Oh, there goes all those stakes mana. High Zealot's walling up. They got some tiny barracks. I think their peasants were killed. They appear to be gone. I'm not sure what that was. Oh! I think I've already killed their peasants or their peasants died on their own. It's hard for me to keep track of the minimap. Steak is, he's gonna help him out here a little bit. Volcano didn't work out for Thalul. I guess he'll take slope poison or poison sting. I guess it's the same thing. That has actually been buffed. Won't work against the demolishers, but just kind of flailing around. Oof! And I got the cat paw, which is some attack speed and movement speed, so no more base damage. High Zealot's doing his darndest. Trying to keep the dream alive. Steak's trying to help, but it's hard. Oh. Oh, I think a lot of peasants died. His Zeppelin escaped with 3 health.
Allied town is under siege.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's a no man's land. Yeah! I stuck the 230 barracks! That's the only other room I had in my inventory! I tried to use them too. Before you could use them, it would just sponge it across the map. Oh, I died! I like died down here. I think I was like hunting for peasants or something. I didn't realize he had some farms there, or I would have killed them. And Bill died. I think Bill came down here, down to the middle. His stake has blocked off most of the wave. Some of them are squeezing through. Oh my god.
Allied hero has fallen.
There's a pig.
Our allies' town is under
My 2 items are over there. I will come back and reclaim them. Yeah, there was a lot of peace ants, but I guess they died. The piss ants.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, oh.
Our allied town is under siege.
That's what I remember. I thought that was before I took the tiny barracks, though. Isolate has to buy more now. So does Ricky. Meanwhile, in middle lane, the waves are starting to break. There was a cube right as peasant. How many kills does Q have? 21. Oh my god. Oh shit, it's coming. It's coming. Oh my god. It's all over, man. There's too many. Oh my god. That wave is actually going to destroy the protectors and kill Ricky inside his own fountain. Yeah, there it is. Apparently I died too. Steak died. And that was it. There is an error in handling the request. Let's see. Units killed. Well, the two teams, sure. Bill actually had higher than Q by 100, which is surprising. Well, it's probably because of wards and then forked lightning. High Zealot was rapidly catching up because of Carrion Swarm, farming 3 waves on top of their main base for the last half hour. HKS, however, had 190. And I was stuck at 148, still at the shit end of the block. Heroes killed. Well, the Horde killed 12 and the Alliance killed 9. Bill got 6, Steak got 17, Q got 21, Izella got 9, Lolly got 5, HKS got 6, most of which was from his towers, and Ricky somehow has 4. And I had 12, which is pretty low for taking a predominantly physical damage anti-hero thing. The resources is where the fun is, because you can see the trading was really, really low on our team, except for the very beginning. HKS gave me most of the money, and then a little bit came from, I think, Steak. And maybe a little bit from Q, but mostly HKS. Meanwhile, on their team, it was HKS got, or rather, Ricky got a lot. A lot went to Steak, apparently. Or maybe Steak gave a lot. I'm not sure. It could have been that Q just fed Steak it instead. I'm not really sure what was going on there, but he wouldn't have needed money after he got all the blast staffs, right? So, wow, that was something else.